Hello. Well, today is Monday, and I was thinking it would be fun to take you along just an ordinary day in my life as a full-time harp teacher. I always enjoy seeing these types of videos from creators I follow online, so hopefully this will be somewhat interesting. I've never done one of these before, so we'll see how it goes. But I've got about 6 or 7 pressing tasks on my agenda today for work, and I told myself if I can get through them all, I'm gonna reward myself. I don't know with what, but with some treat after work. So yeah, come along with me as we go throughout just an ordinary Monday as a harp teacher. After saying hello to my cat Murph and getting ready, it's time to make breakfast. Breakfast is my absolute favorite meal of the day. I'm not kidding when I say I actually go to bed looking forward to it. I just feel like a yummy breakfast and a warm cup of tea really sets me up for success the rest of the day. And look at this Lauren the Harp mug my team sent me recently. I love it so much. Well, let's go ahead and get the workday started. Most of my work happens here at my desk, and something that I really enjoy about my job is that there's a lot of variety with my tasks day to day. So first up on the agenda is meeting with Christy Lynn. We usually meet at the start of my day to make sure I'm all set to go and talk through various things. And then a little bit later in the morning, I check in with the rest of the team. Since I work remotely in the US and most of them are in South Africa, it's so nice to have this time to connect with them at the start of the week. So I'm going to spend a portion of the morning at my computer doing some administrative work. I'm also going to interact with some students in our community and on YouTube, and I'm going to spend some time planning out the week ahead. I film 3 different levels of video courses each month, and that filming is going to start this week, so I need to spend some time preparing for those. So I'm going to be playing through each arrangement I'll be teaching and making notes on the things that I want to focus on with students. I can't show you which songs they are quite yet, but you're going to know soon enough. I don't know if you can hear, Murph is sitting in her box, and whenever I stop playing, she'll whimper a little bit and I don't know if she wants me to play again or if she's telling me the noise bothers her. There she goes again. I'm not really sure what that means, but she does it every time I play. So Murph often spends all day in here with me, which is so cute. She has her own little desk she lays on all day, either asleep or just watching the world outside. She's a great work buddy. All right, it is lunchtime and we did not have much to eat for lunch at home. So we decided to go out. So Zach's running in and grabbing our food from Chipotle, which is one of our favorite restaurants. We go here an embarrassing amount. But yeah, it's also nice just to get out of the apartment, get some fresh air, get out in town. So yeah, looking forward to eating that. Secured the goods. Well, I'm back home and I'm gonna spend this time finishing up the last little bit of course planning. Well, around this time in the afternoon, I start to feel like my brain is slowing down a bit. So I'm going to grab some leftover tea from yesterday. Give me a little boost of caffeine. All right, just finished planning out how I'm gonna film courses next week. Oh, it didn't do the sound. Okay, usually when I check something off my to-do list on my computer, it does this ta-ding, telling me I completed it, and that didn't work. I gotta figure that out. I gotta redo that. Hold on. Midday Murph break. How's it going, Murph? How's your Monday? How's it been so far? You getting a lot done? Checking off a lot on your to-do list? Okay, sadly, I was not able to figure out that little ta-ting sound. Maybe we can add it in post-production so I feel that sense of accomplishment. But I'm gonna be moving on to the next thing on my agenda, and we're currently in the middle of our performance breakthrough program, and I'm gonna be teaching next week's session. So I need to make sure I've got all my teaching, my content ready to go, my PowerPoint and everything. So I'm just gonna look through that and yeah, just make sure all of that's good to go. So sometimes our Wi-Fi has some moments where it decides not to work, and it's having one of those moments right now, which makes it hard when you're doing some work on the computer. So I'm gonna have to hit pause. I am gonna continue reading this book called Expert Secrets that I'm going through with Christy Lynn. And yeah, it's just a good resource of like teaching you how to better serve your students, your customers. I've read about half of it, a little more than half. So I'm gonna keep making my way through that as we wait for the Wi-Fi to start working again. I'm gonna finish off the day setting up my equipment in my studio for course filming. This saves me so much time setting up in advance. That way, when course filming day comes, I can just start work and dive into filming right away. I actually put tape down on the carpet just so I don't have to guess every time where to put my harp as I'm filming. Put this little stool here just to hold just things that I like to have on hand that don't fit on this bench. And here is the recorder that I use for my audio. It's a Zoom H4n Pro, so I'm gonna get that set up. This plant usually, it's not a real plant, but it usually lives in our living room, but it works also in this room. Oh, Murph has come to help. Here, why don't you test everything out, Murph? Let me know. Usually I will have, this light will go like in front of my desk right here. That light stays where it is. That light stays where it is. This is a Sony A7 III camera. I can hook it up to an app. This serves as like a little monitor. I can see what my camera is seeing. So when it gets closer to when I'm gonna film, like I said, I'm gonna close the curtains. Now I just need to make sure everything is working properly with the cameras, that my SD cards are cleared and have enough space to hold all the footage. And I think that's all I'm gonna do for today. I'll do the rest tomorrow. All right, well, it's 5 o'clock. It's the end of my work day. So I'm just gonna wrap things up in here and then go and cook some dinner, maybe go on a walk because the weather's still pretty warm here in Texas. But yeah, and then after that, we'll probably find something to watch on TV, and I will be rewarding myself with that little treat. I did achieve my tasks, so that's always a good feeling. Not every day is like that, but I try to get as much done as I can. But I think I'm gonna treat myself with one of those Olipop drinks. If you're not aware, they're very yummy. It's like a healthier version of soda, so it makes you feel a little bit better drinking it. Currently grape is my favorite flavor with that. Probably gonna go grab one of those and then relax and just kind of hang out tonight. But yeah, hopefully this video was interesting and gave you a little behind the scenes look at what my day-to-day is like as a harp teacher at Learning the Harp. I enjoy my job very much, and not every day looks like this. That's one of the things I mentioned. And some days feel very normal. They're not always internet worthy, but I think that's probably the case for many of us. But I just try to find moments throughout the day that bring me joy. So I would love to hear from you. Like, what are some things that are bringing you joy in your everyday routines? It would be great to hear from you. And yeah, thanks for following along.